tragus, tragus, or however you want to label it. Next, we want to create a little road. This is let's see. How I usually like the road to be. Oh, not a curve. More like this. I create a little highway road right here. Add a little bit more, and after this, a little more indentation right here, like a little indent going inward. Oh, only it can get the color correct when I color picked it. Okay, so we are left with something like this. Let's render it and see what it looks like. So for rendering, color out, right? And you're gonna merge it together here. Get a darker color for rendering. So here's the deepest part. It's just the external auditory, and it's right here, like the hole. Your ear holes. I don't know if there's a better way to call it, but it's an ear hole. And use a darker color than the shaded area. I want a darker color because it's going inward. It's not on the same surface as the outer part, right? And the ear holes kind of go down like this. New shade this area. Same with this area. I think for me, I just really enjoy rendering more because usually my just only line sketch don't really look like anything until I add value in, and then you can see what part is protruding, what part is not protruding, and you can visualize things a lot better. So like this is it's definitely a little bit more time consuming, but just after you're getting used to this, it's just so much easier. It's so much easier to learn different shape, so much easier to visualize things, easier to fix too. Like certain things are more indented. This there's like little small highways within the ears too. But it's something like this for the ears. Added a little bit of highlight. Oh. There we have it, the ears. Humans. You can add color to it. My subtools, go to my blended. I'll go a little bit more pink. Kitchen color. This. And then you can continue rendering it until you were satisfied with the shape and with the value. Let's save it as ears. And there we have it. So now let's hurry up and move on to the face of our illustration. So for our in-class illustration, I changed the anatomy from last class just a little bit. You can see if there's a slight difference. I basically make the character or the body leaning to the side a little bit more. She's leaning more to this side, so her center line or her center weight, it's more towards this, like the left side, and I made her head tilted more. It's her head, it's kind of like this more. And I basically twist her around just a little bit. If I move this over here, you can see the difference between the last sketch and this one. And I'll be including both versions so that you can follow me as closely as possible. But everything is basically the same, right? Okay, let's do the head illustration for this. So I've already put in the head in here just to make my life easier, just to make our life easier. So I want to make, let me turn off this layer, and we'll mostly be using this. I'll have the gray background so that I can see the values a lot better. What I like to do now is building up. So for me, making illustration, I draw things in different sections, which is a little bit confusing for a lot of people, but at least I have something to build on. Like, I am sure about my sketch anatomy. I know what my pose will be, and it's generally the shape. All I need to do now is to render each part separately. By doing this way, I feel like if I were to change the pose midway, it wouldn't affect the other area. Like, I can move the head, I can move the body, I can move the arms however I want, and it would not affect the other area, right? So it's a little bit weird to do this it's a little bit odd to do it this way, but you never know until you try it, right? So let's get on with it. What I do now is just basically do a sketch, or trace this head, and I'm not using this neck. For some reason, Flip hasn't changed the neck, or like hasn't added the change neck direction option for the head model. So just imagine this without the head. I mean, just imagine this without the neck, and then follow the neck like this. Actually, the neck is for the next chapter. The neck is for the next chapter. Wow. Okay, I'll have the line. We color mark this green. I'll have the eyes on a different layer. Eyes in, the nose. Actually, a little bit lower. I don't know why that nose is kind of high up. I'll be changing his eyes a little bit closer. The shape of the eyes too. Then for hair, add another layer on top of it. So this is the eye layer. The hair, I'll have it as pink. Pink hair. Remember, always a center line. Where's you grow the seed? Where the seed is planted and all the grass grows out from there. The easy way to remember technique without remembering the difficult terms. Just remember where you plant the seed. And that is going to be where it grows out. All the hair grows out like grass. Well, it kind of looks like grass, isn't it? So let's do hair kind of go in the back. But I can't leave. It's okay. I can leave that hair a little bit later and just do the bangs for right now because we haven't really touched the lower area, like the shoulder area. Now, I like to give her two buns. Hair growing out of it. Turn the head off because it's kind of distracting. Yeah, this is a little bit distracting. Okay, so this is basically her wig. Basically her wig. It's gonna be braided, this part. Maybe the more I'm drawing this, more I'm like, okay, maybe the seat has to move a little bit upward, a little bit higher upward. Should I just leave it like this, or I'll make the hair thinner? Or smaller or just one side? Let's see one side. I think one side is cuter. I'll go with one side. One side buns. Kind of remind me of the first illustration we did, remember? With the demo? The cute girls demo. Okay. So I know this looked very questionable, but believe in the process. We're just laying down these elements. And now I'll be changing this according to my taste a little bit more. Moving the eyes downward in the shape. This is better for me to draw this eye out first and I'll change the shape later. Like, want like a softer expression. So softer expression, the eyelash is just a little bit more, I don't know how to call it, less curved. Yeah, this is more curved. This is less curved. Like this. Well, I don't want her to be way too sassy, you know. And also, I want her to be looking at us. So I need to center line the eye out. And I'm getting a little bit frustrated, so let me get my color. There it is. My colors. Like all my colors. Where is it at? Let's have this. Label this as face. Let's get this. Like I'll just start on rendering. This is the face. The skin down below. With color, I can visualize things a lot better. So first, I can totally tell that this face is not up to my liking. I'll do is change this part, go inward, this more. Something like this. Have the chin lower. Then I just go ahead and merge. No going back. No going back. We're trying to teach you guys on how to paint this. So just merge, merge, merge. It's scary, but if I can do it, you can do it too, right? Okay. Don't like the other eyes. Let's see how I can change that. Hmm. This is basically the face. And let's see if there's a way for me to make the eyes a lot softer. I think one thing that doesn't make it soft is the eyebrows. Yeah. Up the eyebrows more. Draw the indicator line if you need to. Lower part. Remember the swiggle of the eyes. But for right now, try not to do anything crazy. Just get the shape out. After we get the shape out and after everything is aesthetically looks good in general, then we can go into details. What we need to do now is to lay the foundation and build a house without foundation. So as you can see, for softer facial expression, the eyelashes is less slanted. Like if this character is a lot more sassy, this part would be up here, right? Sassy? No sassy. Get the eyes angle correct. Okay. Like that. And now simply make this one dot. Because that's just my style. I like to draw. I like to draw very, very small nose. Tiny baby nose. Tiny little baby nose. Nope. Try not to zoom in. I did it. I did it again. Can't do that. Can't do that in here. That's illegal. Illegal. So, I want a softer smile. Don't really like with the color, but you can see the value. Check out the value things. And see, the good thing with having it in different layers that I can move things without changing any big parts. Like any other layer, it's not affected by me changing certain shape. Hmm. Hmm. So something like this. Okay, the shape. Actually, might be tilting her head a little bit too much. Might be tilting her head a little bit too much. Let me change her faces too. Yeah, something like this. A lot better. Something like this a little bit better. I know her face is at an angle, but I like something a little bit in between. Let's see. I think all I need to do now is to get the... Okay, I think I know the problem with this. I want the eyes to be downward like this. Instead of this kind of curve, I want it to move a little bit downward. So let's see how we can change that. Something like this. This to more like this. Imply shape. Implied. Mm-hmm. Okay, something like this. Okay, something like this should be good. Hmm. Then now, turn off the hair a little bit. I want to focus on the face and the head. What is this new color? I'm gonna fix the face and have face more like what I like. Oop, not like that. Not like that. Very subtle. Very subtle. And the face off. Let's see what can be changed. Oops. Hmm. Hmm. Okay, maybe the shape of the mouth a little different. More center line. Rather than being at an angle. Or center line. Something like this. This on. Again. This is the sketch. Oops. Let's change this. Move this downward. Okay. Something like this should be good. Now I'll just get the head lower. Get my trusty line art out. And don't, I mean, just turn it like this. Don't turn it too much. Okay, I think this is pretty good. Start with the shading.